Okay, so I promised you some sweaty, try-hard E75 action. Because I found out that you can actually earn Marks of Excellency playing Recon Mission. And being limited to only 3 maps makes things quite a bit easier. Because you don't get your averages ruined by getting on some map where your tank is totally unsuitable. And all these 3 maps in this version of Recon Mission, they are suitable for tanks like the E75 and most other types of tanks. So, yes, gold spam is a go. At this point I was at 92% of on my Marks of Excellency. 92 point something, I don't quite remember. I was, at a few weeks ago, I was at 94.92. And you have to get at 95 to get your 3rd mark. The way it works is that it takes your average from the last 100 battles you played and compares it to the average of all the games played the last 14 days in that tank. So you have to be better than 95% to earn your 3rd mark. And of course the upper percentage is all populated by really good players who are tryharding with premium consumables and premium ammo and all that stuff. So I'm doing the same. And at the time of this playing, the goal was 3.2 thousand on average, a little bit more than that. Because it takes the average from the last 14 days. The damage you need to get to reach 95% does change a little bit up and down, but it's around 3200. But that's on average though, and you're gonna have some games where you do less than that, which is what happened when I was at 94.92%. I had one game where I did like 2k and it dropped down to 94.70 something percent, and then I had a string of even like not that great games, and it dropped and it dropped and it dropped, and yeah, feels bad, man. But getting your marks, as I said, getting your marks in Recon Mission is possible. And because you're limited to those 3 maps that are all suitable for all kinds of tanks, you don't risk having your average ruined by one really bad game on a not suitable map. And as a bonus, if you kind of just get how the maps are played before most of the other players do, you can do some quite efficient farming, and we're gonna see some farming in this and the next 2 games. So we're up to almost 2k already. If I get another 1300 damage, then I at least know I'm not gonna drop in percentage from this match. Try and take out this Emil. Ooh, it's unfortunate. I hit the wrong part of his upper plate, and it bounced off. That's how it's done. Didn't quite get a shot in there. Kind of hard to hit between, like the Super Conqueror blocking him. That guy's out, and I'm almost at my target of 3200. But of course, if I want the percentage to increase and not just stay the same, I need to do more than that. So my plan here was, I think, to flank that T-54 E1. Although he had the same idea, so I'm kind of just gonna come in behind him. No, I decided to turn around, I think. And this was a few days ago, so I don't remember all the details. But we are winning. And my goal here was primarily to farm damage. And I'm already at 3400, so I know I'm not gonna drop from this game. So that's good. So now we are above the target, so like we've done more damage than what my target was. So my average percentage will be increasing from now on. And knowing that kind of gives me a little bit more confidence to go out and farm some more. Because the worst thing you can do is to get yourself killed before you've reached your target damage, and then you drop in percentage, and it's kind of a bummer when you are trying to go for those marks. And here we go. You see AFK. That suits me just fine. That's actually perfect. He woke up. Yeah, let's shoot this guy some more. Let's keep in mind, I'm just farming the damage here. I'm not like trying to win is not the top of my list of priorities, even though we are winning quite comfortably. That's kind of one of the difference between playing for marks and just playing normally. Okay, so we got a Waffenträger in the bushes. I've loaded HE to try and get some extra damage on him. And I missed the bat chat. But there's a Charfutur in the front here. He was last spotted on the other flank, but he's obviously moved. Try the blind shot. And here's the Char. High explosive, not the like appropriate type of ammo there, but it's what I had loaded. And I don't think I'm gonna get more damage than this out of this game, but 5.2k, that's decent. That's 2,000 more than my than what my target was. So that's good. And this increased my my Marks of Excellency percentage from 92 point something to 93 point something, so around 1%, which is quite nice. You can imagine if I'd done 1,000 less, no, 2,000 less than my target, I would have dropped by a percentage. So let's take a look at another couple of games. This was a first class, not bad. We can do better. We can definitely do better. Back again in the E75 on the same map with a similar kind of matchmaking. It's not the same game, I promise. It's a different one. So, can we top the last game? $5.2k is not the most I've done in this tank before, but it's you know, it's way more than my average. So It's a tough act to follow. But I think I kind of get how this map is played, at least the city portion now. And I know that my tank works well on that portion of the map. I also knew that going for my turbo loadout, because with field modifications you can, during the countdown you can choose between 2 different equipment loadout. I have one with the turbo in a mobility slot, and one where I've just maxed out gun performance. So I went for my gun build. Let's see here, are we gonna have some targets? Maybe that 257 is gonna come out, or maybe that motion is gonna come out and eat 500 to its lower plate. It's always nice, always welcome. Someone was driving out in this direction. I'm not sure if they're gonna poke out behind the church cathedral thing. A phase 1, he hits me, hits the gun, damages it. I do have the armorer skill, so my accuracy doesn't drop that much when my gun is damaged, but it's still nice to have it functional. There we go, and he hits my gun again. And my repair kit is on cooldown. That's quite annoying. And the motion poked out. I'm hoping he's gonna poke out again. There he goes. So my gun is damaged, but with armor it's not too bad. A little bit too much of an angle there. The green armor penetration indicator just tells you that you are likely to penetrate. It's not guaranteed. He hits me, I hit him. It's okay. So I'm almost at my 3.2k. And I think this is gonna do it. Yes. So this position I'm taking here, as you could see, it was vulnerable to being flanked by that motion coming around the church. But he did expose himself to most of my team, and he paid with his life. Maybe he was just mad at me because I fired premium ammo at him. So my repair kit is off cooldown. My gun is still damaged. I think what I was thinking was that if I get something else damaged too, it's nice to have that repair kit ready. Because at this range and with the armor skill, the damaged gun doesn't really affect me too much. And again, I'm spamming gold, so I don't really need to aim for weak points. So 5k, already quite nice. We've lost the other flank though, as you can see on the map. But this city has to be cleared up before anything is done about that. And we get a little bit of deja vu from the previous game, where we have an Emil 2 in that little cubby hole, just as in the previous game. And that Type 4 Heavy feeds me another 500 damage. And there we go. And it was nice to have that repair kit ready, because I could fix my ammo rack. I'll let the other guys take the kill, and I start heading back to base. 6k damage. That's not bad. That's pretty good actually. Always nice and always welcome, as someone would like to say. So the base itself is not that threatened at the moment. They've kind of just taken the like sniper perch behind here. There's an enemy E50 fighting our Leopard PTA. And I'm wondering, is it safe for me to cross here with that T-30, because he can one-shot me now. But he's in that little river bed and doesn't have a line of fire to me. Unless maybe when I turn up here. It's kind of risky. But Charfuture is going back. Nice. So 6.5 thousand. And yeah, that was an ace tanker. Not bad. And my percentage climbed from 93 point something to 94 point something. So if I get one more game like this, I do reach 95%. But if the previous game was a tough act to follow, I mean, this is gonna be even harder to top. Can we do it? Let's find out. Back again in the E75, this time on Place of Power. Would be fun if my third game was also on Foothills. And just to make clear, all these 3 games were back to back. They are not cherry picked out of a bunch of like 100 games or something. They are all back to back. And the first battle was pretty good. It was very good actually. 5.2k, I will take that any day in my E75. Second one was even better, 6.5k. As I said, tough act to follow. It was also an ace tanker. At this point I was at 94 point something, I think it was like 94.20 maybe. So I'm reasoning that if I can get another 5k, I will be at 95%. Maybe 4k will do it, if I get some spotting too. But at least I need to do my 3200 so I don't drop. Because that would be... It would make me quite salty if I just died doing 0 damage and I dropped by... what, percentage or 2? Okay, so I'm not gonna die with 0 damage at least. And this is quite a heavy tank, heavy game. Failed to penetrate the turret of the Stridswagen K, the new Sabaton tank. From the new Sabaton music video, Steel Commanders. I don't know where that shot went, but it didn't hit. Maybe that was just my dispersion trolling me, or maybe the hitboxes of the buildings are bugged. No, that went through, so the map is fine. And yeah, I wouldn't really need to fire premium at the side of a Stridswagen K, but at the turret of the other guy going hold down there, I will need my gold to go through. And again, hits the side of the building. It's not the most accurate gun in the World of Tanks. And I bounce his lower plate. And so far it's not going too well. I'm like, oh no. This is not going to be the epic game I was looking for. I just need to make sure I don't drop too much in percentage. and just try to farm a little bit more. So if my goal is to just reach 3200 and not drop, I am already halfway there. Even though at this point I was just worried, is there even gonna be enough damage left for me to take care of if my team takes it all. Is that other Stridsvagn gonna come out again? Yes. And I'm getting there. The damage is racking up. Okay, so I'm not gonna drop. That's good. I'm already at that that kind of target. So let's see what we can do to increase my damage total. Having a Stridsvagn K just pull out sideways on in front of you like that is certainly helpful when you are trying to farm damage. Another thing that's kind of helpful for farming damage is a Type 4 Heavy. It's a nice bit of damage pinata sitting out in the open. And there's another Type 4 Heavy behind him. Even with gold, those are quite tough targets to pen. At that angle, you kind of have to hit that little shoulder. Or you can just go through his front plate as he straightens out. Oh, let's go do some more damage. There's a Charfuture hitting me in the side from the middle somewhere. And here I'm just gonna take some damage moving up. And at this point I'm quite happy because I think I might be at my target. Let's fix my engine. Did I get a shot on this 777? Tracking assist don't count. Okay, there's a Kunzepanzer. Ram. It's not much, but it's something. I'm almost dead. I'm at 4 hit points. Okay, 5.7. That's not bad. But there's more damage on the table. I'm almost out of my premium ammo, and there's only lightly armored tanks left, so I'm going for standard. And the Kunzepanzer bites the dust. 6k, not bad. I think I can get a little bit more though. Yes, not quite a kill, but another 6.5k and some spotting assist. So that was another ace tanker, my third Mark of Excellency, and high caliber and all that jazz. So very nice if you are struggling to get some Marks of Excellency on your tanks. Definitely give Recon Missions a try. By the time this episode is up, the current iteration of Recon Missions might be down again, but they're gonna release another one soon, I think. Soon, trademark, in a couple of weeks maybe. With 3 new maps that are hopefully as good as these and the last 3. So yeah. Good job, Wargaming. Good job making some decent maps that are useful for all types of tanks. So yeah, lost a little bit of credit spamming all that gold, but earning my third mark, kind of worth it. Makes me not have to try so hard in my E75. Goodbye and take care.